morning, everyone. It's me, Laura, from Lauofattraction Life Coaching. And I wanted to talk to you this morning about offsetting fear with regret or potential regret. Now, a lot of the reasons why people don't change their lives is because they choose in the moment instant gratification. So, for example, somebody that wants to get healthy, wants to lose weight, this is probably most people feel this way in some way, shape or form at some point in their life. And in the moment, they choose eating something that they shouldn't eat or something that's not particularly healthy because they are living for that present moment. And so they're offsetting the fear of not having something or not doing something with instant gratification. So now, motivation won't get you through. Willpower will not get you through. These are two things that will not help you to change your life in any way, shape or form. You can only withstand kind of willpower and motivation for a very short period of time. They're normally enough to get you started, but not enough to keep you going through. So what I tell my clients is this, and this sounds heavy, so bear with me, but it works. What do you want in your life? Who do you want to be? And I want you to think about those things really in depth. I want you to think about what you would like to look back. If you were an old lady or man and you're on your deathbed, I want you to think about where you have been in your life, what you have done in your life, what you've succeeded in, what you have attained, what you have achieved, who you have been, what you have done. Now, a lot of the time, people offset this very dangerous dalliance between what life could be and what life is by them thinking about doing things in the moment that feel good. And this is instant gratification to a T. Now, the problem is at some point, your tomorrow is going to come and you are going to become an older person who is going to at some point run out of breath. Now, hopefully that would be a long time ahead in the future, but for some people it may be tomorrow, for some people it may be in a month. Now, very few people get, and I don't mean to be glib with this, but the joyful realization that at some point they're going to die. People who have a terminal illness are allowed to go through the processes of realizing how finite their life is. And so they start to live life to the full. And there's very few people in this life that actually do that. And part of the human condition is sadly sometimes it takes that really big moment where somebody says you're about to die for people to start living. Because we get stuck in the daily grind, we get stuck in the things that we don't really care about, we get stuck doing the things that we think we should be doing rather than the things we want to be doing. And I obviously mean this to the good of all. This isn't a case that when you're feeling like you want to do anything you want to do and hurt anybody, that's not what I'm suggesting. But if you consider that at some point the breath that you take is going to be the last one, you can begin to offset the fear of a life of regret against the fear of doing things in life. Now, a lot of time people don't do things because they're frightened. They don't want to quit their job and set up a business because they're scared that they might fail. They don't want to ask that person out that they love because they fear that they're going to be rejected. They don't want to go on holiday because they're frightened they might not enjoy it. You know, whatever the case may be. And this fear holds people back from actually living the lives that they want to live. Now, when you offset that fear with a fear of regret, which I think personally is much greater, and this is how I live my life, you begin to do the things that frighten you on a daily basis, because you're thinking, do I want to be an 80-year-old woman who's lying on her deathbed thinking, I wish I'd done that, I wish I'd done that? And actually I feel that fear is much more potent than the fear of, do I go and make a fool of myself talking in front of people on Instagram? And I think, which one's the bigger fear? The fear of regret for me is much larger. And I use this with my clients, and I think that most people agree with me that actually when you put things in that context, the fear of rejection in the moment, the fear of embarrassment in the moment, the fear of XYZ in the moment is a lot smaller than the fear of a lifelong regret. Or the fear of being on your deathbed thinking, God, I wish I'd done that differently. And this is something that I use to encourage myself to do the things that scare me, because I'd much rather do something and think, oh, wish I hadn't have done that, than not do something and regret that I didn't do it. So try and use this, guys, when you're suffering from lack of willpower, when you're suffering with lack of motivation and you're not really sure how to go forward with your goals and your ideas, or you're suffering from that fear in the moment that makes you not want to do something that you want to do, but you're frightened in case somebody mocks you, or you're embarrassed, or whatever it might be. Try and think about it in that way. Will I regret not doing this in the future? Will I regret not going on that holiday, not asking that person out, not doing my business, whatever, when you're 85 and it's getting to the point where actually it's almost too late? And I say, if you've got breath in your body, it's never too late. But, think about it like that. And actually, before you know it, you start to change your perception on what is actually truly frightening, what is actually truly something that you don't want to do. Because now I jump feet first into most things. And if I begin to feel that fear, goddamn, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because I am not a victim of my thoughts. I'm not a victim of my emotions, and neither are you. So good luck, guys. Nice speaking to you, and I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves until then.